Erudition, a path claimed to be one of the most mysterious in Honkai Star Rail. Led by a man-made Aeon, a supercomputer made by a man who discovered the existence of the source of all timelines in the Hoyoverse, Xandar I Quabra, who gave the supercomputer the single goal of solving the mysteries of the universe. Little did he know that his own creation would miraculously ascend to Aeonhood, becoming a god of knowledge of sorts. This was the creation of the Aeon of Erudition, Nous. And as an Aeon, Nous has the ability to bestow a portion of its power upon certain individuals, making them Emanators, and so far we know of two, Dr. Primitive and Madam Herta. One is an infamous galactic criminal known for his crimes against humanity, and the other is a narcissistic magical girl that likes to spin. You guys already know that I've already made a video on Mr. Return to Monkey, but I haven't made a video on the real star of the show. And what if I told you that this showstopper is closer to Aeonhood than Ruan Mei? Because this is the future Aeon of Erudition reveal. So let's get into the real wizard or witch behind the curtain, the puppet master, the real genius among geniuses, the most erudite follower of the erudition, none other than the Herta. Madam Herta is one of the most well-known, most illustrious, most accomplished geniuses in the Genius Society. However, I don't think we've realized just how close to the erudition Herta is. And no, I don't mean because she has quite literally visited her Aeon on more than one occasion. I'm saying that because she is so intertwined with the erudition that it's kinda scary. Almost as if she's next in line to be the Aeon. Let me explain. Now, I've always made the point that a character's in-game path is related to their life, but normally it's just a major aspect of said character's life. I've even made a series about it, but then I came across the Herta. And you see, many people are confused as to why Herta and her puppet are both erudition, but it makes perfect sense and the reason is kinda crazy. But first, I have to explain who Madam Herta is and how she works. Madam Herta is a genius among geniuses, and she knows it. She is a scientist with such a mastery over all things scientific that she is considered a magician. With feats like capturing and sealing a Stellaron and somehow finding a way to de-age herself, that much makes sense. But it is this line that makes me believe that just like how Sparkle says, "I am elation," Herta is saying, "I am erudition."
Time and space. Two conundrums hindering human progress. It was too easy to step over this limitation.
Herta has found a way to conquer time and space, or rather, found a way to circumvent it. Because as a human, she can only be in one place at once, and can only study one thing at once. And for Herta, this is too slow and boring for someone of her immense capability. So she created puppets for herself, a massive army of robots all tapped into her own mind that she is able to take control of and sap information from at any point. Yes, Herta's puppets are able to act for her and learn for her, allowing Madam Herta to be in multiple places at once and thereby triumphing over her natural human limitation of time and space. Her de-aging also being a massive part of it, of course. But why would she do this? Well, it's because her motivation is the pursuit of questions. You see, Herta obsesses over questions to the extent that she traveled to meet her own Aeon to ask it questions and even views them as more important than the solutions to said question. But it is what she asked that has me shocked. What is divinity? Looking back on this, you'll realize that this is the entire purpose of Nous, because Aeons are the greatest universal mystery. So when Herta says,
"So, Droidhead, what are you thinking so hard about now?"
then later says,
"You pay no heed to the universe and refuse to answer my question. Then I can only do it myself.
And what if I told you she did? And she's right. Because Herta's obsession with questions is the same as her Aeon. Nous is a computer designed to fixate on the mysteries or questions of the universe and find the solutions to them, including the mystery of its own Aeonhood. And it does this by creating Emanators and the Genius Society. And as we know, the Genius Society members have all received the gaze of Nous, and this is all too literal, because it is very common for a genius to be selected at the time of a breakthrough. Ruan-Mei was selected when she nearly destroyed the existing laws of biological evolution, and Rupert 1 was selected when he managed to raise his own computational power at a staggering rate, starting with nothing but a single working finger. Do you get it now? No? Well, let me explain further. The entire purpose of the Genius Society is for Nous to keep tabs on the best and brightest, so it can use their discoveries to expand its own knowledge database. More proof on this is how the Genius Society members' portraits are quite literally connected to Nous via cords of binary code. Notice how the flow of information is all going into Nous and never out. Almost like the Genius Society members are on strings, almost like they're puppets. Do you get it now? Herta has created a reality for herself where she has copied the Aeon of Erudition in every possible way. She is an immortal genius of near infinite knowledge who churns out discoveries thought to never be possible, entirely motivated by the next question, the next mystery, which has driven her to create a swarm of puppets, each with the capability of serving as a conduit of her will and relaying information directly to herself, just like Nous. Her pursuits and endless thirst for the next mystery to solve has led her to the same question her own Aeon continuously ponders. What is divinity? One of the few things the all-knowing droid head doesn't know. Herta is erudition. So Ruan-Mei isn't the only one on her way to become an Aeon, because Madame Herta seems to be winning this race. She has already received some type of power directly from Nous, but she has also found a way to copy Nous in every possible way. Of anything, at this rate, she might end up replacing Nous by complete accident. But the funny thing is that nothing would change. The Aeon of Erudition, whether Herta or Nous, would still be an immortal figure gazing at the universe through proxies that feed information back into the Aeon of Erudition. So I'll say it again. Herta is erudition. And that is the future Aeon of Erudition revealed. Not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite theories so far. A little out there, but you can't tell me it doesn't line up. Herta is my favorite Honkai Star Rail character, so you know I had to pull out the big guns for Little Miss Time to twirl. And as to why she's so fascinated with Amphorius, well, it's a front row seat to figure out how Fu Li of the Remembrance works, and you know Herta's not gonna miss out on that. But what do you guys think? Be sure to let me know, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, y'all.